Hello, legends. Welcome to another episode of the Wavematics weekly forecast for January 17th to 21st, 2020. This week is going to be a very wonderful week because we are seeing a lot of setups that are very tradable. Most of them are textbook setups, and we are going to dive deeper and get straight into action. Before we get in, let me know where you are watching us from. My name is Peter Pearl. If you are connecting us for the first time, I'm the founder of Pearl Markets, and I really enjoy analyzing the charts and making money together with my followers and people with me at the legendary trade room. I'm connecting to you from Brampton, Ontario. So let me know where you are watching us from as we dive deeper into today's analysis. We are going to look at more of the dollar pairs and at the same time look at Bitcoin and other profitable setups. Before we start with the dollar coin, the dollar pairs, first let's look at the dollar index. When you start to look at the chart, this is the dollar index chart at a weekly time frame. We are seeing an impulsive wave and a corrective wave, an impulsive wave and a corrective wave. So ours is to look at how are we going to approach this kind of wave counts, because if we know what the dollar is doing, it's going to be the guide to us as we look at the other pairs. So let's jump straight into how we are going to approach these setups. Let me go to the members area of the legendary trade room and look at some of the wave counts that we are having at on this dollar pair. So if we come to the members area of the trading room, we have the dollar index here. This is the weekly time frame. Our charts are very organized. If you go to each pair, you get a weekly, daily, 4 hour on these pairs. So if we look at the dollar index, now we have an impulsive wave, we have a corrective wave. So now we are looking at a wave a wave B, and we are anticipating a wave C. So in that wave C, we've had black wave one, wave two. So we are now looking at a 1 2 1 2, where we are anticipating the price reversing at the 61.8 fib level at this particular side. So now this is the long-term view of what we are looking at for the dollar index. Let's zoom straight into the lower time frames and see how we are going to look at this particular pair. Let's say if we go to the daily, now in the daily, we've gotten this impulsive wave for the wave one, and this is the breakdown of the count of the wave two. We are looking at a WXY. So the wave AX, the blue wave Y, giving us an ABC. So if you look at the last part of it, we are seeing a nice impulsive wave of a 1 2 3 wave four at this particular zone. So now we are anticipating a final move upwards to this particular fib zone to give us a 5 wave impulsive down. Then the dollar is going to weaken. The dollar is going to weaken to continue on the trend, to continue the ABC trend. We were looking at the lower time frame. So when you come to the 4 hour, this is how you are going to look at get your entries in these particular counts. So now that we are having this 1 2 3 4 5, what you need to do is now you wait for a correction. Always you need a confirmation before you enter a trade. These are forecast. Having forecast and entering trades are two different things. That is why you need to understand the methodology, and you also need to understand the strategies and the confluences that we use in these particular strategies. Let me know in the comment section if my sound and my screen is okay. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section if you can really hear me and the sound is okay for you. So now this is how we are going to look at it. If you have any other pairs you want me to look at, uh leave a comment in the comment section, and I'm going to look at it. If I'm not able to look at it at the live stream, and now I'll try my best that we have at least 3 or more daily analysis, also video analysis, so that you get to know where the markets are heading to. So now if we look at this particular pair, this is what we are going to do if we are looking for entry. Now we are looking at this 3 wave correction for wave 4, and this is our invalidation level of 0.519. That is where wave 4 will going to be in the territory of wave 1. Now it is not end there. So now what we are going to do is very simple. You wait for a correction. Now the correction is starting, so wait for a clear correction. Once you get a corrective move, then we are going to sell at the breakout of that correction, because just a one move upwards does not give you a confirmation that the trade is going to go up. But the corrective pattern that is going to form is going to be a trigger level to give us the indication that the pair is really going to go up. So that is how we are going to trade it. Once we get a correction, we are going to sell on the breakout of the correction. We are going to sell on the breakout of the particular correction that we have, so that we go, and as we sell, we are looking at the final wave. Once we get into this particular zone, we are going to look at the reversal signs that we are going to get to know whether the dollar is going to weaken when we get into that particular zone. So now we are looking for a short-term strength of the dollar. Then after that, we are going to look at its weakness. So now let's jump straight into the other pairs. Now that we know what the dollar index is going to do. So let's move into Euro USD. Let's move to Euro USD. So on Euro USD, if we look at the daily time frame, if you look at the daily time frame, if you're a member of the legendary trade room, all these updates have been put in the members area, so you can quickly jump into it. Let me just give so when we go to the Euro USD, now this is the weekly time frame that we are looking at. But now let's quickly, so if you look at the weekly time frame, we are looking at an ABC for this particular XX, WXY, XXZ. So we are looking for an ABC, an ABC. So when we go to the charts, if we look at the daily time frame, this is what we are anticipating to get on the daily time frame. Now we have this WXY, and we are looking at an ABC, anticipating this particular side for a one more move down to complete the 5 wave pattern of wave C, and once we get that particular one, if we look at the 4 hour time frame, we were tracking this particular side throughout the week. We even took a trade on it. If you look at it, I even posted in the Facebook group and in the Telegram. If you look at the trading room, the legendary trade room, you can see that I posted this one and even gave an update. We've been trading this particular pair for some time now, and now this is an update. This is how the trading room also looks like. So now in this particular week, what we are anticipating is for price to give us a correction, because we are anticipating a wave 5. So if we get a corrective wave just like the dollar index, then we are going to sell for the final wave as the dollar is strengthening, because the Euro USD and the dollar index is highly correlated. It's in the opposite direction. So if the dollar index is going to strengthen, definitely we are going to have a downward move for the Euro USD. So now wait for this particular correction, and we are going to sell on the breakout of that particular correction. Let's quickly look at gold. Let's look at gold. If we look at gold now, for gold, we are tracking a whole lot of. Let's look at the weekly time frame, and I'll make you know the two scenarios that I'm tracking on the weekly time frame. If we look at, I'm looking at two particular scenario on the weekly time frame for gold. Now the first scenario that I'm looking at is the triangle scenario. The triangle scenario where price is forming an ABCDE for this particular move, an ABCDE for this particular move. Then we are also anticipating the next one, which is going to be a form of an ABC, in this particular move. So with the first one, this is what we are looking at. in these scenarios. Now we are looking for a wave A, B, C, D. So now we are anticipating a one more move downwards for this red wave 5 to complete. And alternatively too, we are looking at a WXY, with this whole scenario being a wave X of an A, B, C, D, E. So with that particular one, we are looking at once we get the wave E like this, a downward move one more time before we go to the upside, before we go to the upside. So now with these two scenarios at the long term weekly time frame, let's look at how we are going to trade these things on the lower time frame. On the lower time frame. So when we come to the 4 hour time frame, when we come to the 4 hour time frame, now this is what we are tracking on the 4 hour time frame. Now we are looking at the final part. This is the first alternative that we are looking at. The first alternative that we are looking at, which is the triangle scenario, where wave E is going to go upside. So now we have a wave A of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are looking at this particular correction as a WXY. So an ABC for this W, and we are anticipating another ABC. So we are looking for a move upward to finalize this wave C. Then we, as the dollar is going to strengthen, we are looking at this one more for as we looked at the dollar index. Then once we get that, then we are going to go up for this particular final wave. Once we've completed the triangle, then the wave 5 of that particular triangle is going to we are going to have one more upward move. Let me know if you are watching us live, comment live or replay in the comment section. If you are watching us live, or if you are watching us replay, let me know in the comment section. If you're also watching us from YouTube, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I'm going to give a lot of educational videos on YouTube, but we need to increase our membership, our subscribers there. So if you're watching us in YouTube, you can jump here straight. I'm going to leave the YouTube comments link in the comment section so that you can go there and join us. So this is what we are looking also for gold. This is what we are looking for gold. So now wait for a one more move up, then we will start looking for a reversal sign to really jump straight into this particular pair. Now, the next one that we are going to look at is the USD Japanese yen. The USD Japanese yen. If we look at the USD Japanese yen, now if we look at the weekly, we've been tracking this particular pair for some time now. We've been tracking this particular pair for some time now. Now we are looking at this triangle scenario. This triangle scenario of an A, B, C, D, E. So we are anticipating a wave E, of we getting a wave E like this, then get a one more move to give us an ABC. So in the triangle, this is an ABC, D and E. So we have an wave A, wave B here, wave C, wave D forming. We are anticipating this particular move. Then we go to the one more upwards to give us a bigger wave C. So let's quickly look at what we are looking at in the daily and in the 4 hour quickly. If we go to the members area, we have this particular an updated version of the USD Japanese yen there. So now if we look at the daily, so let's look at the daily at this particular side. So now on the daily, we've had this particular ABC with a triangle of a wave B for this wave D. Now we are anticipating a wave E to give us another ABC to find a reversal in the 50 to 61.8 fib level, 50 to 61.8 fib level. Then we go one more to the upside down. So how do we trade this in the lower time frame? If we look at the lower time frame, it is very simple. The once you get this particular one, so if we look at this chart now, we are looking at the first wave A. So we've had a 1 2, then we have another 1 2. So we are anticipating a 3 wave move, a 5 wave move, which is going to give us that wave A. So now we are looking at this particular pullback of we getting an ABC for wave 4, and wave 4 can be in any form. It can be in any form. Then once we get that one, once we get that one, we are going to get another move down. So, but in this particular impulsive wave that we are looking at, this is the invalidation level for the black wave 4 of 115.005, because we don't want wave 4 to be in the territory of wave 1. So once we get this particular correction, I don't like buying wave A, or if you are scalping, then wait for the wave B to finish, wait for the wave B correction to finish before, once you get a correction like this, then you are going to sell, buy the breakout for a very short term, or you wait for the whole correction to finish, then you are going to look for sell setups under, when we have a breakout for this particular last part of it, the last part of it. Let's quickly look at the pound USD. The pound USD is also has been a very interesting pair, interesting pair. So now, if you want the higher time frames, you can quickly jump into the legendary trade room and look at that with us. Now, this is what we are looking at the daily time frame. At the daily time frame, let's jump to the 4 hour as we wait, look at the breakout. Now, if we look at the daily time frame, now we are anticipating, in the daily time frame, we got this particular breakout that we've been tracking for some time now on the daily time frame. Then now, once we've got that breakout, we are doing an equality measurement of wave 1 versus wave 5. So this is where we are anticipating that we get another 5 wave move of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this particular wave 5. So we are anticipating a move to the upside, a move to the upside. I'm getting a lot of requests in the comment section for BTC, and I'm going to look at it before the stream ends, so you don't worry about it. I'm going to look at it. So Madison, I've seen your comment. I'm going to look at BTC for you, Bitcoin for you. Another user is also asking about it, so I'm going to look at it. So now, if we look at this particular one, if you go to the 4 hour time frame, now we have a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. So we are looking at a one, an ABC, probably have a retest on this wave 4. Then a final wave up. Once we get a final wave, we'll be looking at a move down to give us a wave 2. Then we go up. So now what we are going to do is, if you are a scalper, you can wait for this wave B correction, then have a short-term sell, which I don't usually scalp for those short-term moves. So I'm going to wait for the correction. Once I get a wave ABC for wave 4, I can buy for the short term for this particular wave 5. Then once after that, we will start looking for the reversal signs to really get into the sell for the wave 2, the sell for the wave 2. Let's quickly look at Madden's request of Bitcoin. If we go to the crypto section, let's look at Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin, I'm having two counts. I'm having two counts. We'll quickly go through all the counts that I'm having on Bitcoin. This is my first count. My first count on Bitcoin. Let me show the two counts I'm looking at on BTC. So if we look at Bitcoin, this has been my counts on BTC. Now, after the wave, we've completed a wave 1, There are other scenarios of this whole big on the weekly time frame being a triangle, which now if we are counting an impulsive wave, we are looking at how the correction is going to be. So now if we take this, the first count of this being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave A, then we are anticipating a bigger move, a bigger move for wave B, which is going to take Bitcoin higher. Though now this is my alternate count. My primary count has been switched to the count two, the count two, where I'm looking at in that particular one. I'm still looking at Bitcoin is not done with the correction yet, but as to how deep this upward move is going to go is what we are tracking. So with the alternate, the primary count I'm looking at, which is the count two, now I'm looking at a WXY. So with an ABC for W and X. Then now we've had a 5 wave move for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave A. So we are tracking an ABC, which is also we are looking at the one more up move. So wait for this correction to finish. If you are buying Bitcoin now, you have to be very careful, because this short-term upward move, it is not the beginning of the major trend. It's not the beginning of the major trend. So wait for how it behaves before. So now our first point of interest we are looking at as this 50 to 61.8 fib ratio, which is around this 47,000. That is far closer than this particular fib zone. So now this is going to be our first count, where we are anticipating another move downwards like this, get a one more move. Then once if we get a reversal sign at this particular site, if we get a reversal sign at this particular side, then we are going to sell, we are going to sell Bitcoin to give us a bigger WXY for the bigger impulse wave. Because if you look at Bitcoin, price was really stretched. That when we got to the 66, around that 68,000 top, around this level, we need a bigger correction to correct it. It does not mean the market is crashing, but just as the market does not travel in a straight line, when it's happening like this, because cryptos are very volatile, so people panic and keep on selling. If you are holding for a long term, you don't have to be scared, because that is how the crypto space works. But let's say if you are day trading and you are now yet to buy, then you can wait for these corrections to go deeper before you buy. I'm going to do a separate video on cryptos to teach you a lot of strategies on how to trade these things. But now for Bitcoin, we are looking at an ABC within this particular fib zone. Once we get a reversal sign, then we are going to sell. We are going to sell Bitcoin now. So that is all for now. I'm going to do daily live streams in this particular week to look at the other pairs that we couldn't touch, look at the other pairs we couldn't chat. If you are planning of joining us in the trading room, you can join us in by subscribing to paid membership at www.pairmarkets.com slash subscription. It's the trading room is very lively, where you are going to get all my charts. You are going to get access to everything that we talked about, daily updates, where the charts are very organized. At the same time too, we have the members area, where we are having all these chart analysis, and others are also posting their chart. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the inside. So you join us via the link. I'm going to post the link in the comment section at www.pairmarkets.com/subscription. And that will be all for now. My name is Peter Pair, and I'm out for now.